Hello friends, this is Tessa. Welcome back to my channel. This is day 13 of Camp NaNoWriMo, and I am a little behind because, as some of you know, I had problems first with the computer, then the monitor, so I had to get a new computer. So I got a all-in-one computer. So it's the size of a monitor, and the computer is all inside the monitor. So it doesn't take up a lot of space. It comes with a built-in camera and microphone. So when I get a chance, I'm going to see how that works, and I may switch to making my live streams on that one instead of using the Chromebook I'm using now. But that still has to be tested out because I'm not sure how that works. And I'm still putting the computer together in pieces, like adding the programs and stuff back in. Excuse me. And that does take some time, especially since it's given me some occasional problems. Some of the things aren't loading right or downloading right, and I'm not sure exactly what the problem is. It is an HP, but that doesn't mean anything. It's not an expensive computer, so, I had issues when I bought my other computer, which was not a very expensive computer. Not that that necessarily makes a difference. I'm just saying that sometimes that does make a difference. So I don't know what's going on now. I don't know if it's going to resolve itself or if these problems are going to remain there and I would have to find someone else to help me fix them. But that's taken up a lot of my time, is putting this computer together so I can use it, because I can't type my story very well on something that moves so slow, whereas I type fast. And I'm typing all this stuff, in my head, and I'm typing it, and then I look at the screen, nothing's there. And slowly one letter appears, the second appears, the third appears. It's a very long process. Obviously, I'm not getting much done. And I'm trying to keep up as well as possible, but, it's just so long right now to do anything that I get so frustrated that I end up stopping and doing something else because I'm just, just not, I was already not feeling it, and this is not helping. The other day, I started drawing, not a map, but a layout of the house, because as I realized, as I was reading my story for about the 100th time, that, because I talk about the layout of the house, so it's kind of part of the story, I thought, wait a minute, that's not going to work too well. Like, the layout just doesn't quite seem to work, so I thought I needed to put it on paper. And it wasn't working right still, and so I asked people on my live stream for their help, and suggestions, and I got a couple good ones that might help me get past this point of the house not being laid out right for what's happening in the story. So that'll mean changing the beginning of the story again to reflect the new changes, but they're not quite right because there's still something that just doesn't quite add up when I'm making the picture, trying to get access from one place to another that makes sense in a house, if you know what I mean, in the layout of a house. So I'm kind of stuck there. I changed all the names of every character, so I'm in the process of doing that. And of course, finding the replace, if you're not really careful with it, will find things and replace what you don't want found and replaced. Like, thankfully, I remember that my son's name was William, and my main character's name was William. So when I changed all the Williams, it changed my son's name. So I had to go back and fix that. And then if part of the word is in another word, it will fix that piece of the word. So I had a couple really strange words come out. I'm going to be very careful editing for these, looking for these, you know, weird words that come about because the name happens to be part of a word, and it changed it, you know. So I have to be really careful with my editing. Hopefully I'll catch them. There weren't hopefully a lot, but still it's another issue I have to worry about. And I'm still changing names, though, you know, the big ones, the main ones are all changed. And then there was the problem where since I couldn't use Word on the other computer, I thought I'd try Google Docs. So I copied it over into Google Docs, which I absolutely hate, and tried writing on there. And then it was even slower than Word, if possible. I didn't think that was possible. I thought maybe, you know, it would be faster. So that was a mistake, because now when I copied it back over, you know, you lose all the formatting. And now I have formatting issues to deal with on top of everything else. Now, I spent time asking Word questions to try and fix the different formatting problems, because I don't know it well enough to do it on my own. And I think I finally got most of what I wanted back. It, you know, looks kind of like it did before. And then when I did that, when I opened that particular document, it hadn't made me sign into Word. So when I signed in, it signed me into, of course, my Microsoft Office account. And when I tried to download the other pieces, they had my account information already, and they had an install button there, said that you can install up to 5. So I said, oh, well, then I don't have to worry about the fact that it's on my other computer and how am I going to get it, you know, transferred, so I'm not paying for 2. And I hit the install button, but they didn't install right. So now I have to figure out how I fix that, because they no longer have their phone number for customer service. You know, I went to the, I called the phone number I had, and I got the technical support, but when I get there, they say, we no longer do this over the phone. You have to go online. And I was like, here we go again. I'm going to spend hours, you know, poring over all this stuff, trying to see if I can find out what's wrong. Now, like I said, I did get it downloaded, but it's not downloaded. I get it when I open it up, it's not the program. Something went wrong in the downloads. Now, maybe when I restart it, because I shut it down, maybe when I restart it this morning, things will right themselves. I don't know. It's not the first error I got with programs. Chrome's not, according to Chrome, it's not downloaded right. I prefer Chrome. So right now I'm using Edge because Microsoft, it's a Microsoft computer. It's my HP, but obviously they use Microsoft. They use Microsoft 10, so there's a Edge is the browser. So I'm not particularly fond of it, but at the moment it's the browser that's working. So nothing else is on there, and I downloaded Chrome because that's the one I wanted. It's the one I use, and that's what Google, of course, suggests you use. So I did download that, and there's something wrong with that. So I have to see what happens this morning. Try downloading again, possibly, if it didn't take by this morning. I mean, I don't think it's going to change overnight. It's off. But I don't know. It's not going as easy as I thought it was going to go. My daughter came over and helped me set it up, and we got the main things set up, but something's definitely not right. And I hate to think, the computer had a lot of great reviews, so, you know, it's one of those all-in-ones with a touch screen. You don't need a mouse. You can do everything just by touching the screen, which is, like, hard for me to remember. So usually I'm using the mouse. But you really don't need it. You just need to touch it. It's, you know, it's like a phone, your touch screen. And it's definitely different. But I'm having all these small issues with it. I mean, I can use it sort of right now the way it is, but it's not the way I want it for sure. And some things just aren't working right. And I may have to re-download. I did reinstall Word, all of Microsoft Office again, but Word's the only one that worked because I opened a Word document and Word popped up and I had to sign into it. But downloading all the documents, they're not doing, they didn't download the document, so I'm not sure exactly what I have to do there to fix that. I have a Excel document on there, obviously. Millwordy's an Excel document. Might be able to open that and see if that'll do the same thing and let me sign in and work from there. But it still had a lot of errors. Had a lot of the yellow errors at the top. And so there are a lot of issues. So setting up a new computer can be aggravating as well as fun. It was exciting until I started doing it, and then I ran into so many issues. So that's slowing me down too. So whether I get the end of NaNoWriMo, I'm not sure. I hope so, but I'm not even sure where I'm going with the story now because part of it's changed because of the layouts not working the way I want them, and that means I have to think of another way of getting the start of the story the way I have it to work. And the layout of the house does, like I said, make a difference. So this is day 13. Word-wise, you know, I'm not doing so bad. I'm trying to put the minimum amount of words in there. It takes forever to type them up. And I'm doing the best I can with that, but it's not, it's not perfect. And I don't know exactly whether, you know, because I'm getting so aggravated. I mean, I know I don't have to finish a story. I just need to have the words. And, you know, 50,000 words in most cases, unless you're doing a novella, isn't a full novel anyhow. I know a lot of people are doing, you know, 80,000 goals, stuff like that. And it's like, I'll be lucky to make 50,000. And that's unusual for me to write that much at one time. I mean, I have the old document because I'm rewriting and I have to pull pieces out of it because I'm changing some of it, but I'm not changing all of it. And I'm a nano rebel. I'm not creating a brand new document. I'm taking and rewriting an old one. So my voice sounds really funny today. I can't clear it. So I am, you know, doing my best to try and stay at least on track. And if I can finally, you know, now that I can actually type in Word, I can probably type again and get things going. And there's a lot of the story I haven't typed at all, so if I work on that rather than the beginning part that I did before and has to be edited and changed, maybe I can get my word count up at least to get started with, you know, and then I can go into working. But a lot of that's editing and, you know, because I need to edit the old part because I'm changing it, so I have to take things out. And separating a story isn't easy either. So, you know, I'm taking things out of it I don't want, trying to save what I do. You know, I still have the document, so it's not like, you know, I couldn't use the rest of that stuff in something else and write another story, different story. I had a couple different ideas thrown at me from writing prompts, and I used to, like, because it says use your main character and do whatever, and, you know, I started writing something, and I have a whole different storyline, but it won't work in the story I'm doing, so it's, You know, I can't use it right now, but maybe I can use it as another story. You know, I just don't know, because I'm still trying to figure out where the story's going. So anyhow, just wanted to update you where I was, and the fact that I have my new computer now, although things aren't going smoothly with that. And we're almost halfway done. So not a lot of time left, that's for sure. And I still run my live streams every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Friday 10, I changed it to 10 p.m. Standard Time. Occasional pop-up here and there. So those are my normal streaming times. If you like my video, please hit like. If you'd like to subscribe, I try to do at least 1 or 2 videos a week. And you can hit subscribe and the notification bell. And YouTube will let you know whenever I post a new video. So that's about it for now. I need to get back to work on this computer to see what's what, so hopefully I can get writing again. So until the next time, please stay safe. Bye.